Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. One of the hardest parts for me, being a small businessman, and I ended up being real small, is just trying to not only keep up with what I do for a living, keep up with all the marketing information out there, the music business information that's out there, the social media information that's out there, trying to learn about my trade, my craft, what I do, and trying to stay ahead of the competition. In the last 6 months, I've had to learn more about business aspects I never really dealt with before. I've spent more time on the phone with my accountant, more time on the phone with various business bankers, from bankers from the bank I bank with to bankers in the bank who want me to go bank with them, and just learning about all my options. And then spending more time online reading about all my options. I guess it's one thing when you've got a big company and you've got lawyers or you've got accountants and you've got people who that's what they do for a living and that's all they do, you just put them on it. And that's how big companies who shouldn't have gotten PPP money, who shouldn't have gotten the stimulus money, who shouldn't have got the CARES Act money or whatever it is, that's how they got it. They found loopholes. They found the way through writing. I've had to do as much reading as possible. I've had to lean on the people who, like my accountant, who tells me, look, I'm doing the best I can. Here's what I think and here's what I believe and here's what I hear. But right now there's no firm answers. The one firm answer I've been getting is from banks who've said, I don't qualify for the PPP stimulus because I don't have employees. Yes, I've been able to file for self-employed unemployment, which has been fine. It was, fine for what it is. But because I'm really just underemployed right now, because so many of my clients have gone, because so much in the business has changed, because when musicians aren't on the road touring, they're not making money. And when artists aren't making money, they're not spending on marketing services. So I felt that pressure much like everybody. But the hardest part for me is spending so much time focusing on just trying to stay afloat. I feel the pain of people who are trying to do the same thing with their businesses. And I've got a lot of friends who are self-employed. I've got a lot of friends who, the creative ones, the ones who are willing to take a chance and take a dare beyond starting their own business, are the ones who are going to survive. I may have to adjust, I may have to pivot, I may have to change, and I'm okay with that. And then I've got friends who are just basically watching their business go down the toilet because they haven't delved into getting help from the government. And man, I've been fighting with it. Do I take loans? Do I not take loans? What can I get granted? What can I not get granted? And of course, again, it's all based on payroll. If I created more jobs, I'd be able to get more money and a lot of it forgiven. Since the only job I'm creating basically is mine, not so much. It's been a fascinating learning process that even, as I always said, I wish I'd taken better business courses in high school and in college and things like that, and some of the things I've learned along the way that I've done very well with in the business. I really wish they'd almost not forced us to learn them, but at least taught them and made them a part of the core curriculum. I know you can't do that. But now I'm going into the upper level classes and learning more about accounting and learning more about finance and all those kinds of things that I never thought I'd ever have to deal with in my lifetime. The times they are a-changing, aren't they? Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, Facebook, YouTube, you know the drill. We thank you for coming by. We truly appreciate it. And we'll be back here next week as long as we got gas money in the tank and the cameras are working just fine. And even then, we'd find another way to get around it. We'd do it. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you next week. Keep your head up.